Hi everyone, so we're back. There's been a bit of a hiatus in doing these food demos, but I'd like to do one today to make pão de queijo, which is Brazilian cheese bread. So this is a gluten-free bread, and it's crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside and really delicious. A little bit finicky sometimes, but it takes some practice to make. So it's made using tapioca starch. So I've got 2 cups of tapioca starch in the bowl right now, and I already have boiling. This is half a cup of oil. I've used avocado oil, 1/3 cup of milk, 1/3 cup of water, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So you have to mix while it's really hot. Mix it into the starch, and that'll cook up the starch and turn it into a hot, sort of gluey, gummy mixture. So we start with this, mixing it all together, and then I'm gonna have to let this cool before we add the other ingredients. So that way Dave can get back to his rugby match. There was a little bit of grumbling just now before we started filming. All right, so you incorporate all of that starch with the hot liquid. Okay, and then you end up with a mixture like this. Okay, so we're gonna let this cool for about 15 to 20 minutes, or even more if you wish, and then later on we'll be adding the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so we're back and we have our mixture that's cooled down a bit, and now we just have to finish our dough. So I've got 2 large eggs here, and the eggs will help the dough to rise. And this is a cup of shredded cheese. I've mixed together cheddar, extra old cheddar, and parmesan. You can use whatever cheese you like, to be honest. I've seen variations with mozzarella and feta, but it's really up to you. And if you're trying to do this vegan, I would imagine if you can find a good vegan cheese that is kind of a strong flavor, then you would substitute for the regular cheese, and also substitute, instead of milk, you probably would go with coconut milk or maybe oat milk. As for the leavening agent, though, of having eggs to leaven it, I'm not too sure how the egg substitute would do, so that's probably an experiment on another day. Other recipes that I've seen for this involve adding garlic. I never have added garlic to my dough. I just feel like I want to taste the cheese and nothing else. All right, so you end up with a mixture that pretty much looks like cottage cheese. And what I've been doing is using like a little coffee scoop to scoop out our little balls. And these will rise, and I've got parchment paper on a tray, and so I'm gonna start forming these and then stick them into the oven. Again, the oven's at 375 to 400. My oven runs a little hot, so it's often at 400, and we'll bake for 15 to 20 minutes till they're crispy on the outside and chewy on the inside. Okay, so our cheese breads are formed, and I'm going to pop them into the oven. And we'll give it 15 minutes to start. If they're not browned enough, we'll give it another 3 or 4 minutes after that. Okay, so I think the breads are ready to take out of the oven. And I'm going to be doing a double batch today. So I have another bowl of dough that I have ready to go. But basically, these are your cheese breads. You'll want to let them cool a little bit, but I want to show you what it looks like on the inside, so I'll cut one of these open. So you can see it's kind of gooey on the inside, but you've got this crunchy, so good, crunchy exterior. The texture is like no other leavened bread usually. So this is pão de queijo, Brazilian cheese breads. I hope you enjoy, and try this at home.